In 2004, police identified a major drug syndicate with links to the Nomads. Their cameras had already filmed a father and son trucking team as they picked up a batch of chemicals in the New South Wales outback. But the Murphys were just minnows. The cops wanted to land the big fish. They wanted to nail the Bikies.
Mate, g'day. Yeah, you heard the news?
The Bikies rarely spoke on the phone, and when they did, it was in code.
I need 20 litres of water as soon as possible.
Police had to settle for trailing the bit players and hoping for a break.
No. It's all still sweet. Don't worry. It's all on track.
Their chance came when they were following one of the gang's couriers. The man was supposed to drive a hire car from Sydney to Adelaide, but he decided to make an unscheduled stop in the city.
We didn't know what his intentions were by leaving the car in the car park, whether he was going for a smoke around the corner or to meet with a friend. We just didn't know.
As it turned out, he met his girlfriend in a nearby hotel.
I think he saw it as an opportunity to rendezvous with a female friend for a short time before his long drive to Adelaide.
While the courier was otherwise engaged, the police went to work on his car.
Just opened the boot of the vehicle.
This exclusive footage shows the moment the police seized the illegal chemicals.
Well, mate, there's a clear or white-coloured screw top drum there.
And we discovered in the boot of the vehicle was 10 litres of hyperphosphorus acid, which is a precursor chemical for the manufacture of methamphetamine. It was a monumental stuff up on his behalf.
The cops couldn't believe their luck. The love-struck courier had left $50,000 worth of chemicals in the boot of an unlocked car. In the hands of a good cook, it would have yielded more than 4 kilos of methamphetamine with a street value in the millions of dollars.
This caused great friction within the group. Questions were asked about the integrity of this driver. Also, the integrity of a number of persons within the group were questioned.
Who picked this driver anyway? I mean,
Detectives expected Hamilton and his bikie associates to realise they'd been busted.
It's got to be him, mate. You know, it makes sense.
But instead of suspecting the cops, they blamed each other.
I don't think it was the cops, mate. Could even be a brother, I reckon.
Their phone taps suddenly became a whole lot more interesting.
we have a serious problem.
The incident caused a lot of stress to the group. Normally they would be very guarded in their conversations, using a lot of code.
He needs the essence straight away, mate, so we've got to get it from somewhere, right?
In this instance, they did drop their guard, talking in direct terms about people's involvements, amounts of money and types of chemicals and prohibited drugs and what they were intended to be used for.
For 5 days, the hire vehicle sat in the car park. But then unexpectedly, the gang pressed the car back into service.
Yeah, the group were quite persistent with this hire car. After the hire car incident in Sydney, the drug courier was flown from South Australia, drove the vehicle to Peter Hamilton's property, where we believe precursor chemicals were loaded into the vehicle. The South Australian police conducted a vehicle stop.
At first, the police didn't find anything in the car, but they impounded it anyway. The situation resulted in a flurry of phone calls among the bikies, all of them taped.
Mate, you wouldn't believe, the cops weren't looking in the right spot. It was hidden under the door.
We intercepted a number of phone calls the next day which indicated that the precursor chemicals were secreted in the door cavity.
Police executed 27 search warrants in 3 states.
He said, we're going to search the house and look for any documentation and things related to the manufacture and supply of illicit drugs. You understand that? Okay.
And charged 16 people.
With these guys, I'll just get their names.
That was the end of that particular bikie operation.
During the prosecution, it was asserted that the estimated weight of the manufacture and supply of methamphetamines totalled 211 kilos, with an estimated value of about $22 million.
Next on Gangs of Oz, the rebels go back to basics.
It's quite a profitable business. It's a lot of money involved.
Fucking fuck! You know how hard I work for that? I don't give a shit. Come on, man.
Bikie business encompasses all kinds of criminal activity. One lucrative sideline is rebirthing, stealing Harley-Davidson motorcycles for parts and profit.
It's quite a profitable business. By the time you strip a bike down and deal the parts out to members of the club or on-sell them, it's a lot of money involved.
A few years ago, simply buying a Harley-Davidson was a near guarantee that it'd be stolen.
You've got bikies who are now saying that they are biking enthusiasts, yet they'll go out with it and steal bikes from people that save their hard-earned cash to buy their pride and joy, to have it stolen.
Hey, I'll have that bike. Get off! Get off!
We had an instance where there was a gentleman, he'd stopped at a set of traffic lights. All of a sudden, he gets a thug get out of a car with a handgun, hold it to his head, and that's it.
Man!
I want your bike, get off your Harley.
Fuck, you know how hard I work for that? I don't give a shit. Come on, man. Asshole!
They take the bike, they drive off, and he's left there standing on the side of the road, absolutely amazed and astounded.
Rebirthing is a long-standing bikie money spinner. But bikie culture is changing. The new guard are more likely to wear Armani than leathers and use a car to get around. Earlier this year, one senior Hells Angel was shot as he got out of his mother's Hyundai.
We're even having bikies now just say, quit it, we've had enough, you know. There ain't any rules in the OMCG world anymore, as we once knew it. They're very much morphing into a very much just solely criminal groups.
Owning a motorbike is no longer a condition of membership for many bikie clubs. Many newer recruits wouldn't even know how to ride one.